guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Samantha. I am a mom to 5 and a home daycare provider. I post videos about my home daycare, sometimes some mom videos, and occasionally a video about the keto diet, which I am currently on. Originally, I started my channel doing keto videos, but keto is not the big part of, is not a huge part of my life. I am on the keto diet, but it doesn't consume my life. So daycare really consumes my life. So I found that my audience is more people who are interested in daycare. So that's kind of where my channel is going to be headed. More like mommy daycare videos. So I have been getting a lot of questions since I started my channel. I get lots of questions through Instagram DMs. I get lots of questions in my comments. I get lots of questions via email about daycare. So I thought I would just come on here, go through some of the questions that I've been asked and answer them. And then if you guys have any further questions after this video, please leave them in the comments below and I will do a part 2 of this daycare Q&A. Now these questions are kind of all over the place. I get like random questions about things. I would love to do like a more focused daycare Q&A about certain subjects, like how I do infant care and how I do toddler care and how I do my schedule and paperwork and things like that. So once I get enough questions for each of those categories, I will do a more focused Q&A. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I have lots of daycare providers that have subscribed and I love talking with them via email, via Instagram DM. I love sharing some ideas and I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. So let's get started with our Q&A. So I have my computer here. I have my coffee and we're just gonna get started. So the first question and the number one question that I get is, where have I been? When I first started my YouTube channel, I overestimated how much time I would have. It was during the summer that I started. My kids were not in school yet. I only had a couple daycare kids at that moment. And so I had a lot more time to film. I had a lot more time to dedicate to YouTube. And then as the weeks went on, my kids went to school, I got more daycare kids, and I found I was using almost my entire weekend filming and editing and trying to make sure everything was perfect and everybody was, my videos were perfect. And I wasn't spending time with my family. I wasn't spending time prepping for my daycare week, which made things way harder than they needed to be. I wasn't spending time focusing on the things around me. I was really just focused on YouTube, which is great, but that is not my source of income and it's not my number one priority. So I think I just overestimated how much time I would have, and I really don't have time to put out 3 videos a week. I would like my videos to be of quality, and I am more of a quality girl rather than quantity. So my videos are going to be a little bit more sparse, especially with the holiday season coming up. But I want to make sure that when I put out something, it's something that I feel good about. It's something that I feel passionate about. And I feel like I put in some effort and I didn't just do like some random, crap videos. So that is where I've been. I'm trying to refocus. I'm trying to prioritize things. My family comes first. Number one. Daycare is, comes in there as well because that is my source of income. And then social media and YouTube, kind of fall behind those things, not because I'm not passionate about it or don't want to do it, but because it can't be my number one priority, especially with my own family and my own business and self-care and things of that nature. YouTube, has to be a hobby rather than my sole focus. So that's where I've been. I have added a few new daycare kids. So I'm extremely busy with daycare. The holidays are coming. We just had Halloween. We have lots going on. My kids have a lot of stuff going on at school. My daughter's in dance. My son's in Boy Scouts. Things have just been a little bit crazy. So that's kind of where I've been. I've just been kind of living life and not focusing so much on YouTube. So All right, we're gonna get into questions from my comments. I'm not gonna get to every question. If I haven't answered your question in this video, I will answer it actually on your comments in whatever video you left it in. I do try to get to every question. I usually go through once or twice a week to try and answer the questions for you guys. So number one is from Marcy. She says, I'm needing some storage ideas for my daycare and would like to know where you got that center storage unit that has the sliding bins. She's talking about my daycare tour. I have the white shelves with the sliding bins. That, Marcy, came from Ikea. I will link it down below. I can't remember how much it was. I want to say total I paid like $60 for the system plus the bins. It's a great system. I would say if you have toddlers, it's probably not the best system, simply because they pull the things out and they dump them. So if you are not looking to have toys everywhere, that may not be a good system. However, for preschoolers, you may have a little bit more control over that. So, sorry, there's like a hair here. And then she wanted to know where I got the table and chairs. Again, I got those from Ikea. I will link them down below. And then the cars and trucks that were sitting on top of my shelves. Some of the cars came from Target, and I believe they're little tykes. I'll double check, but I'll link them down below. And then the other set of cars came in a 4-pack from Walmart for I think like $15. It wasn't bad. My kids play with those cars all the time, like all the time. If there is a toy that they play with the most, it would be the cars. So very, you know, definitely well worth the money. Cars are a huge hit here. Cars and blocks are a huge hit here. And I would definitely say invest your money in some cars, especially if you have little boys. They love them. My little girls love them too, but more so my boys. So anyways, that's where I got all that stuff. Thank you so much for your comment, Marcy. Thank you for watching my video. So the next question is from Diary of a Homeschool Mama. She said, where did I get the magnet letter boards in my fine motor station? Again, this is from my daycare tour. I got those letter boards from a store here called US Toy. I don't know if it's like a nationwide store, but there's a local store here that has a bunch of toys, but they also have teacher supplies, and that's where I got those. I also have a number one. I have upper and lowercase letters, and my kids don't use them that much, but that's more so because I have a very young bunch right now. I believe you can get something similar from Lakeshore. Also check Amazon. If I can find them online, I will link them down below, or if I can find something similar, I will link it down below. So next is, I didn't get the names of everyone. I was just kind of quickly trying to find questions. Somebody wanted to know where I got my teacher planner. My teacher planner is from Erin Condren. It was quite pricey, but I got it on sale last year, and yeah, it's from Erin Condren. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, after that video, my planner video, I really don't use that planner very much. I found I was kind of overcomplicating things and making my life a little bit harder by having multiple planners and trying to, you know, write everything in multiple places, and it just became a mess. So I really don't use the planner as much as I should. I'm gonna try to start using it again this week and see if I can make it function for me or work for me. You don't need to go to Erin Condren and get a super expensive planner for daycare. If that's something that you want to do, the teacher planner is great, but it's not a necessity for daycare providers. You can get a cheap one from Walmart, you can get a cheap one from Target, you can get one from, I know they have them at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, those kind of places. So, and then somebody wanted to know where I got my planner stickers, the headers that are in my planner. I got the original template from Teachers Pay Teachers from a store called Jennuine Teaching. Jennifer, I believe her name is Jennifer. She's actually here on YouTube. She's a third or fourth grade teacher, I believe, here on YouTube. I used to watch her videos a long time ago, and I still do sometimes. When I was working in preschool, I would watch her videos more because we were still, I don't know, I felt more, I don't know, I just felt kind of connected to her because she was teaching and I was teaching. And so I used to watch her videos a lot, and she has the Erin Condren headers. She created those. She has lots of stickers for them on her Teachers Pay Teachers site. She has like monthly headers. She has the actual little tabs that you put in the planner. So check her out. I will link her channel down below, as well as her Teachers Pay Teachers. She's great. So the number one question that I get is, how do I get started with home daycare? And I've kind of covered this in another video, but I will sum it up here for those who don't want to watch the other video or who just want a quick like rundown. This might not be quick, but I'm going to try. Number one, you need to figure out or find out what your regulations and licensing standards are within your state or your community or wherever you are. You have to figure out what the law says about a home daycare within your community. There are going to be regulations no matter where you go. Some places you can be legally unlicensed, which basically means you don't have to go through the state for a certain number of children. Places you have to be licensed. You can't care for anybody else's kids unless you're licensed, unless it's like a family member or something like that. So definitely check with your state and try and figure out what you need to do for your state, because you don't want to be operating illegally. There are a lot of people that operate legally unlicensed, which is totally fine. You don't have to be licensed to run a daycare in most states. However, there are some limitations on how many children you can care for, and there's a lot of regulations. I encourage people to be licensed if it works within your state. But that's just my opinion. Some people opt out of being licensed, which is totally fine. And that is more due to the regulations that the state sets on them. And sometimes it's just more beneficial to not be licensed in that particular state. I choose to go with the state. So yeah, I would definitely say check your regulations, check your licensing standards, make sure you are abiding by the law, and yeah, that's what I would say. Number two, you're gonna need paperwork. So you wanna make sure that you have your contract, your handbook, all of those things that you're gonna give the parents whenever they interview. You wanna have those ready and available to you. If you need help coming up with those, reach out to other providers, reach out to me. I don't mind helping. You can go online. There's a website called daycareforms.com, I believe it's called, or Daycare Lady. I don't know. I'll link it down below, but there's tons and tons and tons of forms. So you want to sit down, you want to write out the things that you feel you need in your enrollment packet, and you want to make sure you have those and that you have gone over them with a fine-tooth comb. You want to make sure that you have covered everything. So I did my handbook, I've done my contract, and I have in January I will be changing some things. So I kind of set forth a handbook and some policies and things like that. I've kind of let it run its course for a few months, and it's not working for me. There's certain things that are not working. So in January I will be revising. So I would say definitely make sure that when you're making your paperwork, it's going to help you and you are comfortable with it and you are happy with it. Give it a trial run for a little while and then make adjustments as needed. Next, you're gonna need safety gear. So you're gonna need your fire extinguisher, you're gonna need plug covers, you're gonna need probably baby gates, you're gonna need any sort of safety stuff that you would need, mounts for your furniture, cabinet locks, all those sort of things. Go ahead and get those, first aid kits, whatever your state requires you to have. Next would be just toys and infant gear, or just gear in general. So your sippy cups, your utensils, all your meal stuff, your toys, your diaper changing station, your just all that kind of stuff. That is when I would purchase that once I've gone through some of the other stuff. And then you're just gonna need some patience, not just with the children, but licensing, if you choose to be licensed, can take a little while. So you need to be patient with that and understand that you're not gonna be, in most states, you're not gonna be able to open immediately. You're gonna have to wait for the state to come and do their inspection and things like that. So definitely be patient. And then you're gonna need a ton of patience when you're running daycare. It's a hard job, and it's something that I think going into it, a lot of us have this fantasy of what it's going to be, and it's not that. Some days it is, some days it's great, and some days it's just not. And you have to be patient and understand children are unpredictable, and it's not always going to be good, and you just need to have the patience and the positive mindset to deal with that. So the next question is, how do I stay organized? Well, in short, I do not. No. So I'm gonna just break it down and be real with you. I have not been organized lately, and I have noticed a huge toll. It's taken a huge toll on my mental state because I haven't been organized. I haven't had lessons planned. I have not had activities planned. I have not I just haven't been prepping like I should. I've been taking my weekends and just like putting daycare away and not even thinking about it. And that has hurt me. It's really caused my weeks to be hard and long and arduous. And there have been many days recently where I wanted to quit, and I just don't want to do this anymore because it's a hard job. And when you're not prepared and you're not organized, it makes it even harder. When I'm having to run and go grab something that I could have already prepared and already had, it makes my day a little bit more difficult. You would think, okay, oh shoot, I forgot to grab that juice cup. It's only going to take me a couple of seconds. Well, a couple of seconds with a bunch as young as mine, disaster can happen in those few seconds. So I have not stayed organized. I haven't stayed on top of it. However, today is my organizing day. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be pre-filling my sippy cups. I'm going to be setting up my changing station, make sure everybody has diapers, wipes, changes of clothes. My gloves are laid out, everything's sanitized. I'm going to be prepping the food for the week. I'm going to be pre-filling out my daily notes. I send daily notes home with my parents. I'm going to pre-fill those. I'm looking at my computer because I wrote notes. I'm just going to be doing all of those things that will help me stay organized throughout the week. Laying out my girls' clothes for the week, just making sure the house is clean, making sure everything is easy to grab and go. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be planning today. I'm going to be doing my monthly newsletter, my monthly calendar, and just making sure that I'm ready for this week. But that is kind of how I stay organized, just prepping. I would also say don't wait till the last minute to do things like I'm doing today. Try and do a little bit every day. So whether it be your daycare finances, like your receipts or something like that, do that once a week. Don't wait till the end of the month. Don't wait till the end of the year like I have been doing. Your lesson prep and your art prep. Don't wait until the night before to do it. Do it the week before. Do it a month before if you can. Try to make sure that you're getting things done as far in advance as possible. That way, if something does come up, like a birthday or your kids are sick, or we had the stomach flu go through our house twice, and well, sort of twice. It was like 1.5 times. I got it a second time. You want to make sure that you're prepared for those sort of things and that you're staying on top of your work. It's going to make your day go easier. It's going to make the kids' day go easier, and you're going to feel more at peace. And I think you're going to feel happier with your job when you don't feel so anxious and so stressed and needing to get stuff done as quickly as possible because you didn't prepare. So definitely stay organized. And then I would just say, give yourself some grace. Understand that not every day is going to be perfect. Like I mentioned earlier, some days are going to be really hard. And some days you're going to sit and you're just going to want to cry. And that's been me the past couple weeks. I've really been struggling, and it's no fault of anyone but my own. And I haven't given myself grace. I've put a lot of pressure on myself to be great and to be happy all the time. And you know I've told my mom and I've told my fiance, I'm like, I don't know why I'm not happy. This isn't making me happy. And I think that's the wrong mindset to have. Not every day is going to be happy. Not every day is going to be great. Some days are going to be really hard and you're not going to want to do this. But I think those days are the ones that make you a little bit stronger. When you get through them at the end of the day, you're like, wow, I have no idea how I made it through today, but I did. And then you're a little bit more confident going into the next day. You know, give yourself grace. Take a bath, go get a coffee, go for a walk, read a book, when all the kids are napping, take that time to just have a breather. You know, watch TV or watch YouTube on your phone or whatever you need to do to kind of regroup. Take a day off if you can afford to take a day off. You know, just give yourself some grace and understand that your job is very demanding. A lot of people look at daycare providers, they kind of look down on us a little bit, but our job is very difficult. We work a lot of hours and we're on all the time. There's not a whole lot of breaks going on there. So give yourself some grace and understand that what you're doing is great, and that it's not going to always be perfect, but as long as you're trying your best, you're putting forth the effort, and you are leaving each day knowing that you tried your best, that's all you can do. And that's it. So that is my whole Q&A for today. If you guys have any other questions, please leave them down below and I will go ahead and answer them. This video is already 22 minutes. I'm so sorry. But yeah, go ahead and leave those down below and I will try and do another Q&A here soon. So I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.